I'd like to welcome you all.
Taking a deep breath in. Big sigh out. Letting go of everything that's happened before this moment, this moment, this holy moment. Just bringing ourselves fully on board, bringing our heart online, knowing that there is one power, one presence, one intelligence that is our source, and that is moving and having its way through each individual that is here today for this annual meeting. That we all showed up with a divine purpose, whether we're voting, whether we have a say, that everything is perfect. And I know this truth for you. I know this from the truth for this Center for Spiritual Living, East Hawaii, and I am just so absolutely grateful. I'm so absolutely grateful that I can be a conduit for Spirit right here and right now, to be able just to be here and active and have my voice and hear the other voices for the growth of this community. So I just let this prayer go, knowing it's already done and it is in motion. And so together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Sean. All right. So this is the part where I give you the state of the center. And I'm going to start out by saying, we are thriving. Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of give an overview about what everybody else that's talking after me is going to be talking about in more detail. So financially, we are really solvent. We're doing exceptionally well. We are abundant, and we're sharing our abundance and having a lot of, just a flow of money coming in and out. I think that's just wonderful. It's such a feeling of prosperity and aliveness. I just love that. We're going to talk about everything that wonderful that we've done for the building, that certain people have done, and for the building to improve it and to maintain our building this past year. We're going to talk about events. We have done so much here. I mean, it's mind-boggling. I saw the list and I'm like, whoa, we're busy bees. I'm going to talk about outreach and giving. I love that topic, and I love being the chairperson for that committee. We're going to talk about volunteers. We're going to talk about volunteers and let you know how you can help us out. So that is kind of the way it's going to go. And Bev's going to talk about the future and the vision of the center. We know that will be awesome. All right. So without further ado, I am going to bring up our wonderful treasurer, Sandra Silva.
Thank you. Thank you. And as Sandy said, we are doing great. We had a great year. We've had several great years, and we're looking forward to many ahead. I'm just going to go over some trends of what our income and expenses have been for the past few years, right? So we'll start with 22, how we did. We'll see, we basically broke even. We always end up a little bit ahead. So we had what we called extra goodness. And based on what happened in 22, we made our 23 projections. And we always aim high. We always want to be aspirational. And you know what? We pretty much get there. So in 23, we asked for 105,000. We got 103, pretty damn close. And we had factored in quite a bit of extra goodness. We didn't get quite the extra goodness we wanted, but we still got plenty of extra goodness. But what I'd really like to talk about is 24. 24 was a banner year. The extra goodness came right and left from so many places that we couldn't even fathom it as it was happening. So we projected our income to be 115,000. As you can see, it came in at 122,562. Now, there's something that's not included in that income, and I'll get to that when I start talking about our next slide, because we also have a different fund. This is our operational fund, and we also have the building fund. But one thing that flew out of the ether that knocked us down with amazement and gratitude, I'm not sure if everybody knows, but Kana stepped in way back when and provided the funding for this place. And he held the mortgage for, I'm not sure how many years, quite a few years. And there was quite a few left on the mortgage. There was over $13,000 in principal left on the mortgage, and plus he would have been collecting interest all that time too. Well, he had an epiphany and he thought to himself, I'm good. I'm good. I have all the extra goodness that I need. And I would like to share my extra goodness with the center. And he forgave $13,000 in mortgage. So thank you, Kana. We had a party. We had a party to celebrate him. He didn't show up. He probably wouldn't have showed up today if he knew I was going to do this. So it was a secret. So thank you, Kana. And we're going to talk about our goals for 2025 when Rev Bev comes up. But let me tell you, they're doable, they're aspirational, but we are going to do it together. So another thing that came kind of flying out of the sky at us and knocked us down and said, what? Was somebody had remembered us in their will. And yeah, we got a call from the trustee, the executor, of somebody's estate, and we were given a very nice sum. And it's not reflected in here because it's not part of ordinary operations. The mortgage is part of ordinary operations. Our building fund is where that went because that's for what we at accounting call other income. It doesn't happen during the normal course of business, so it's not reflected on your balance sheet. It's not reflected on your income statement. So that's one way we can give. We can bequeath in our will. And there's a couple of other ways that I'd like to just sort of touch on that you guys might not be available. I like to call them the alphabet soup of giving. Can I have the first slide? DAF. We can all be daffy. No, a DAF is a donor-advised fund. And I'm just going to touch on this. If anybody's interested in it, come see me after. I'm not going to give all the details, but I just want to kind of get some gears working. A donor-advised fund is a tax-advantaged way of giving where you can take appreciated stock. For example, what I did, I had some Apple stock that I purchased, quite some time ago, and just to make up numbers, because I don't remember exactly how it is, maybe $100 worth of Apple stock is worth $1,000 today. So I took, X amount of shares, and I put them in my donor-advised fund. So now that all that unrealized gain, let's just say I had 10 shares, okay? So I spent $1,000 on it. Now it's worth $10,000. But if I had cashed it out and just given that money, I would have been taxed on that gain. That unrealized gain would have become realized gain. It would have been taxed. When you put it in a donor-advised fund, it becomes the $10,000, and you get to give $10,000, but you don't pay any tax on it. So if anybody has any kind of highly appreciated stocks that they have, that's something to think about. You can see me after. Here's another part of alphabet soup. You can QCD the RMD of your IRA. Would anybody like to explain that for me? No? Okay. This happens at a certain point in our life. It used to be 70 and a half. Now I think it's 72. The IRS changes it every year. You are required to take an RMD, a required minimum distribution, on your IRA. I'm not even sure what the IRA stands for, but we all know what that is. Individual retirement account. I do know. Okay. A QCD is a qualified charitable distribution. So what that means is you can actually write a check from whoever's holding your IRA, charitable giving, then you don't even recognize that income. This affects a lot of people because these RMDs can put them into a higher tax bracket. It can make more of their Social Security taxable. So by being able to sort of to shave off a little bit and make it a QCD, you can actually lower your tax bracket and you can keep some of your Social Security from being taxed. So it can be a really advantageous plan. We can talk to me about that if you're too after, because I can see the eyes glazing over. This is not as exciting to you guys as it is to me. Why aren't we like jumping up and down about this? This stuff is so cool. Okay, well, that's my plug for other ways to give. There are lots of creative ways that we can all give other than just, putting money in the basket, although we love money in the basket, don't get me wrong. So again, we had an amazing year. We're looking forward to more amazing years. And I just want to thank you all, because the largest part of our income comes from our contributions. We do have other income flows. We have the rent of the building over there. We have events that come in. We have lots of really cool and often fun ways that we bring in income. But it's you guys that keeps the center going. So thank you.
Okay, so around the property this year, we've had some really great things going on around here. And if you've been coming here for years, you've seen it. If you're new, you may not have seen it, so I'm going to point them out to you. The probably biggest improvement I think we've seen was painting of the sanctuary that we did this year. So thank you, John. Thank you, John, for your expertise in painting. Sanctuary looks beautiful. Thank you so much. The other thing that added so much more beauty to our sanctuary was the cabinets that we had refinished and redone in back. And Joachim, thank you so much for your expertise in building and doing the cabinets. So we're keeping the work within the church here. The people are really stepping up to help out with some of the things. Then that's the painting of the cabinets. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Next one power washing the sidewalks and stuff, trying to keep them safe for everybody. The more that moss builds up, it gets like ice when it gets wet, so we're trying to protect everybody. And the other thing we did was we got a load of gravel dumped back here to fill in what we call it as the quagmire. Where that big old was always wet. It was like a swampy area back there. It's now taken care of. So that's the thing we did. Then there's just the ongoing beautification of things around the property here. I like taking care of the gardens that we have, the memorial garden for Reverend Taggart, and also the one out back here that we've been working on, trimming the trees, the shrubs, the bushes that we have around here. Just basically trying to make the center beautiful and represent what this teaching is, one of beauty, one of love, and one of creation. So we try to keep that while we do these things also. And the other thing is keeping people safe. The one thing we did do is we put in some 5-mile-an-hour speed signs. We put in some one-way directional signs so that the flow of traffic comes all the way from in there, circles all the way down around the school, or if you can pull between the two buildings. Just be careful looking that there's not somebody else coming up here. But during school days, too, there's a lot of traffic in and out with the kids, our KK, and keep them safe. So we have and ask that everybody kind of adhere to that as well, too. So, yeah, those are just, and we've worked on keeping our floor beautiful. It gets scuffed up every now and then. There's a couple of us that come in and do a little polishing, little elbow grease on the floor to keep it looking nice. So we want to really work on keeping our center beautiful. We've got more things planned this year. Really looking forward to the things that we've got going on. And thank you so much. Yeah.
This over here. Okay, so we've got ongoing offerings. And first off, we've got morning meditation Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. It's on the online virtual sanctuary. And next we have Wednesday night wonderments, which are a lot of fun. We have contemplated services the first Wednesday, and then Dance It Out, which is a lot of fun. Sound bowls, if you want to relax and get in tune, that was a great way to do it. Music circle, you know, come listen to music. Didn't have to play an instrument, just relax. And then, of course, we got Conversations in Consciousness every Thursday at 10 a.m., which is a great way to, midweek, to come, great conversations. And now it's Tom's turn.
And the other thing, we're going to jump right into our events and fun stuff, because that's partly what we're all about, having that fun, enjoying life. There's so many things we did this year. In February, we started out with a beautiful concert by Rafe Perlman. Those that were here, I'm sure, just enjoyed it. Beautiful. Just absolutely beautiful. And then come March, we had our Easter Bonnet Parade and potluck. Carrie was the fine winner of the Easter Bonnet Parade. So, yeah, it speaks for itself. And then in June, the grand celebration of taking over our ownership and our property celebration. And that's the burning of the mortgage, if I am correct. So yeah, that was a lovely, great picture, and just grateful for that. The next thing we had was the Hilo Pride Parade Festival. That was in a month. They set up a booth, several individuals, to just spread that love and that inclusion, and let people know that that's what we're all about here too, as well. And then July, we did a couple other things. We donated the space for 2 organizations. One is the Project Hawaii End of Summer Camp celebration that they have here. So we donate the space rather than charge their rent. And the other thing was the Boys to Men Mentoring Project, which is very important also. So we feel it for that community involvement, that we just let them use our space. And that's another way that we can work out our mission here from the center. So, and Sherry's going to tell you about some more.
We had a really busy year. We started in August to have our fundraiser, but weather had a different idea for us, so we had to postpone that along with the food and everything. So we moved that to October, and it wound up having a fantastic time. Dr. Ernie's Speakeasy Casino Night, and boy, was that a fun night. So that second time was a charm for that one. Oh, and then our trunk or treat. Oh my gosh, that was my first year doing it, and I can't tell you how much fun it was seeing all those little kids come in here. And really, we want to give a special thank you to our blow-up queen, Priscilla Stratton, for all the Halloween blow-ups, because that made our night. I mean, the kids were just awestruck when they came in here. So if you get a chance next year, join the fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, our resident, she really got them scared. And then November, we had our Thanksgiving gratitude service. The next day, we had our Thanksgiving potluck and feast, and this year we had football with it. And then, of course, our Christmas Eve candlelight service, which was a good way to end the year. It was touching and very fulfilling. So, now we're going to turn it back over to Tom.
The other aspect of fun events and things that we do here is we do rent out this space for community events, and we're happy to help out the greater community, giving them a space that they can come meet and enjoy life as well. And some of the things that we did, number one thing, I've done about, I think we did 3 of these this past year. They're bluegrass jams. This community has got awfully talented musicians around here. and a lot of them love to play bluegrass. And it's really exciting to have them. Being from North Carolina myself, the mountains, the hills, bluegrass is dear to my heart. So that's one of the things that we've had. And they love this space. They came the first time, have come back several times, and the overwhelming sentiment is the reason why they picked this place is for two reasons. The number one reason is the love and the vibration that they feel when they come here that's held in this space all the time. That just enlightens them and makes them play that much better. The other thing is they love the acoustics of this place. This place has got some really good acoustics, so that adds also. Next thing we have is we have our Big Island Community Theater that we have several participants from the congregation are in it. We rent the space out for them shows. Are having one this Saturday night, so I'll put a little plug in for that. They are fantastic, so come and see what they do. Next we had Sarah Bethany, had a celebration of Sierra. That was a very unique concert, very good. And those that were here, I'm sure you can agree, is very moving and meant a lot to me as well. And then our two biggest events that we had at the center, this place was packed. No more parking space. People were parking out on the roads for these two events. Number one, we had a beautiful wedding ceremony here. Absolutely gorgeous. People danced, had a wonderful time that night. And the other thing was Russell Rudiment and Terrapin Station played here. Those that came here, and they're like a Grateful Dead cover band and everything, this place was hopping. I mean, it was, yeah, it's amazing that the roof didn't come off this place that night. So that was a great time. So we do provide this place for those types of events. If you know of anything, people see Rev Bev. I'm sure she'll be happy to make arrangements for that because it does add some revenue in for the center as well. So these are some great events. Come out and support them. And I don't know, Sherry, I think we're done, aren't we? All right, yeah, there we go.
But this is the best part, where we get to invite people to join our volunteer team and also to thank everybody that works so hard, because all of this doesn't happen unless we have our wonderful volunteers. And our first up, our audio-visual team, which makes this sound and keeps everything on a good level. And we've got Ray, he's the media team director. Maddie, she's the audio lead. Jacques, he does slides. And Scott, video and audio support. But without these guys, we wouldn't have what we have. So, and then we have our Sunday morning crew, which we wouldn't have our chairs so organized, we wouldn't have our coffee, we wouldn't have just our welcoming table, thanks to Susan Hicks that greets everybody with a smile, and Laureen, she always has the coffee and everything set up, and she pitches in with the chairs, and Gaza, the chairs in any place that he's needed. Kathleen Bryce, she's the snack queen. She organizes everything, and she's the one that brings our cream and everything on Sunday. Shaku, she's always willing to jump in and help wherever we need her. And our LC team, which is all of us here. And thank you to all of you that donate your time and money and are here every Sunday, but I do want to, you can never have too many volunteers. And it's work, but we have so much fun doing it. And at the end, it's so satisfying. So, I mean, if you feel moved in that direction, we'd love to have you join our volunteer team. Thanks.
Thank you, Sherry and Tom, and Sandra. Wow, see how much stuff we do? It's kind of makes your head spin. Okay. All right, so I'm going to talk about the outreach program. You've heard me talk about this before, but it's dear to my heart. So, as you know, we choose a community organization every quarter to donate our a portion of our goodness to. And last year, we started out with a food basket. We like to start with them. They always need help. You know, people are always needing food in the community. So it's an easy one. People bring, you know, just bring your extra food or just pick up something at the store and bring it here on Sunday. We also do give them a monetary donation as well. The second quarter was Magical Creatures, a wonderful sanctuary up on the coast that takes care of the more, like the hooved animals. And then we donated to Special Olympics East Hawaii. They do a lot of good with the developmentally disabled community. And the East Hawaii division is, you know, works right here in Hilo and Hamakua as well. And our final was the Malama Opuna, which is a wonderful Pahoa organization that does a lot of beautifying the city, the Pahoa city. They do the roundabout and many other things, so we like them. They're very local. Okay. So we also do some unique donations. Like when we have extra goodness, we like to pick out different places where we can donate to. So last year we did some donations. We did Camp Cedar Ridge, you know, where our dear Casey and Doc are right now. Casey's the ED of that wonderful place. We did a Hurricane Relief Fund for North Carolina. And we also supported our dear Reverend Libby at CSL West Hawaii to give them a little boost as well. Okay. Other goodness. Here's more mind-boggling things. We had 13 different speakers this last year. We had 22 different musical guests. Like you said, we have, Tom, you said we have a lot of talented people in our community, and people came from outside of our community. Some people came from the mainland to join us. We had 52 different creative thoughts. We had classes. We had 2 multi-week certificated classes. We had 9 workshops. And we had the vision board, inner healing, liberation breath, and tea and tangle as also wonderful workshops that were done here, mostly on Sunday after the service. So we really like to bring in wonderful, unique, and fun events and educational funds for people here. So just, you know, keep your ears open and you can join any of those wonderful events. Okay. I'd like to bring up first Alyssa and John now. No? Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot the vision cast. Rev Bev has the wonderfulness of what's going to happen here next year.
Yeah. They know we're not going to get in the way of me having my say first. Sorry about that, folks. Anyway, so as you have seen, this day truly for me has become one of the most exciting days of the year. You would think that, oh, it's the annual meeting, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But you know what it is? It's a celebration of everything that we've gotten to do here. All of the successes, everything. And the most important thing is that your engagement is the key ingredient. Without you guys, even our puppies, oh, poor baby, you okay? Without you guys being engaged, none of this happens. We can produce all of these wonderful things, but if you don't show up to enjoy them and be a part of it, nothing happens. And so this is why we want to share with you, so you can get excited, get on board with us so we can do more. Because this year is already, we can fasten our seatbelts already, because there's a lot going on. As you see in the announcements every single week, there's more stuff coming. All right, let's get the financial statement out the way first. So, this is what we're looking at. Ray's going to give it to me. There it is. All right. So, as you can see, this is how we've looked over the year. Now, when we come to the total expenses proposed, I just do a line item with some of the stuff so that we can know what it is we need. And so, as you can tell, it's gone up every year. Well, guess what? We're paying out. We don't sit on our stuff. When it comes in and we have it, sure, our little savings account is growing. We have to do that. It's been responsible. But what we do is we do more. We do more. We share more. We give more. We do more because we get more. It's called the law of circulation. So every time that we grow in our proposed desire for our budget, we're opening up not just the space for us to receive, for us to give, but also for everybody that is in that law of circulation. As you give, you receive. It cannot work any other way. We know the scientific principle, when you open up a space, it will be filled. Something will flow into it. So even though we call things voids, there's no void. There's no pie. There's no void. There's no pie. Anyway, so as you can see here in 24, we were looking at expenses around 104,000. It went up to 109. But if you look at the income that we actually had, we were projecting 115. We made 122 plus. And then our extra goodness was 11 and 13. So what we're projecting for 25. Now you might say, well, we should be projecting a lot higher. Yeah, but we're rational as well. Not restrictive, but rational. Because we understand that even though we were only looking at an income of 115, we brought in 122, we can do that again. So we're looking at $120,000 is our goal for this coming year. Is it doable? Yes. Is it doable? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. All right, now I'm good. All right. So, thanks, Ray. We can go, yeah, there we go. So these are the kind of things that we have planned. We have beautiful concerts planned that are coming up. We have a great party coming up. Of course, it's going to be all about me. It is not a coronation, Reverend Kathy. Reverend Kathy had a coronation and it's just come over. It is. It's going to be a lot of fun. But you know what? What I really want to speak about is because I want us to be able to visually be able to see the growth in the center. We want to see the people, so there is an invitation to bring friends, share the space with people. If you want to do something, come to me. Let's see what we can do about what it is you would like to do. See how we can manage that, how we can support you. What will it look like? We have so many ways to get involved with that. But we also want to improve. Yeah, I'm sitting in my office right now with close to $3,000 worth of video and audio equipment. And I get goosebumps when I say that, because we have been in this space for a long time now, and as you know, the weather will wear stuff down. And there's nothing we can do anymore but just look to the future and go, let's make this better. And we're going to do that. We have help. We've had people come in, advise us, test all the outlets, make sure everything's done. We've got the right equipment. And hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, we will actually see the sound and video change as we implement these changes. But there's one other aspect of this that I really like. We're building a sound booth back there. Yes. The sound booth is not only going to provide us with a dual output, in other words, what we hear in the center, what goes out online, because our online presence is fantastic, but the sound is not doing us any justice. When we put the sound booth in, and with our new system, we're going to have a dual way so that we can mix sound both in the sanctuary and it goes out online. And not only that, we won't have to be putting up and down every week the equipment. We'll be able to set it up beautifully, and lock the door behind it. We're also going to put in a dehumidifier to make sure that we do well with the equipment that we are buying, so that we can have something that lasts a while. Yes! So, as much as I would like to talk to you about all my dreams and wonders for this beautiful center, the one thing I know is we have a couple of visions. We want to see this place appreciated. We want to see it grow. We want to see the beautification remain in here and grow with that. And we all want to be able to enjoy it as the spirituality grows in here too. This is the vision for this beautiful place. And it includes each and every one of you. So please stay engaged, be with us, and we will just thrive, as we say. Thank you, folks.
Thank you, Rev Bev. That is so exciting. I can't wait to see that and hear it. So, I'd like to bring up Alyssa and John. Get up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Alyssa and John have served on our board and have made the choice to leave the board this year. So I'd like to just thank, all of us want to thank them for their service. We love them. Thank you, both of you. You want to say anything? Yeah.
Okay. No, seriously, I'm so grateful to be of service to this center. Wonderful to give back some of my heart and mind to something that has changed me so profoundly. So thank you for letting me be of service.
It's been an awesome experience being of service and being part of this community and growing and changing, and it's been a rough couple of years for me, but you know what? I never could have got through what I'm going through without all the love and support that I've had here, and I just can't say enough about what it means to have community and have that love and support and be a part of this thing. And you know, I'm a really good chair stacker. And you know, all these little things that we do around here, the painting, everything, it's just so awesome to be a part of all of it. And I'm just so grateful that I had the opportunity to do that, and I plan on continuing many more years, so grateful.
Now comes the time for us to actually vote in our new and our present members of the board. So let's bring up first Maddie and Carrie. And Tom, yeah. So the board has nominated these three. Tom took over mid-term last year when someone left the board, and so he's been with us, but he was never officially voted in. So we've all seen what wonderment he brings to us. So, and then we nominated Carrie and Maddie, who are very anxious to be on the board. So yay! Okay, and let's bring up the current members. Well, we vote all of us. Okay, so let's bring up all the other board members, please. Okay, so let's just do, let me see how we word this. Sorry, my head just went blank. What? Oh, yeah. Yes.
I move to accept Carrie, Tom, and Maddie as new CSL East Hawaii board members.
All right. Yeah. All right, Joan seconded. And any discussion? No. All in favor, raise your hands, please. Yay. All right. Yay, congratulations. All right. Okay.
I move to accept the standing board, as we see here, as the board for Center East Hawaii.
Thank you. All right. All right. All approve? All opposed? All right. All right, so welcome to our new Center for Spiritual Living East Hawaii Board. All right. All right, so Reb Bev is going to pray us out in a minute.
All right. Well, it seems like we have come to the hugging part of this series. Oh, my goodness. I just want to thank the board. Even the two of you that have decided it's time to take a break, it's all good. The new board, the old board, every board that has been part of here, because you are the heartbeat of the church. You are the consciousness that comes down and trickles down through everybody. So it is really important that we support them. If you see them around, give them a hug, tell them they're wonderful, pamper them, take them out to dinner, all that kind of stuff. And I want to really thank Sherry and Tom for putting aside any kind of trepidation today and stepping up here and being absolutely brilliant. Thank you, Sandra, for all that you did for today as well. And Sandy, thank you so, so very much for making this all work. So the new board members, it's on you next year. It starts today. Woohoo! All right, folks, let's pray this out and so we can get ourselves with some food inside of us. So just take a moment and breathe. So we recognize there's one power, one source, one universal creative mind that we can call God. And that it is all that there is, all that is seen, all that is unseen, omnipotent, omnipresent, ever creating, supplying, supporting, sustaining, and maintaining every single expression. And I know that this magnificent creative intelligence is having its way in, through, and as every single one of us. Every single member of this beautiful center that is here right now, that is participating and engaging in all that we're doing here. And everybody that we touch as we move from the center. We know that we are all blessed by this divine magnificence. And so I know for each one of us as we walk our path through this coming week, through this month, through this year, that we truly are diving deeper and thriving higher and greater. For we know that as we lean into this teaching and we lean into the love that we feel here, that it is good. No, it is great. Actually, it's grand. So I know that we can all claim this because we've all felt it. So I know that it is good. So I am releasing this prayer. I am releasing this time together. And I am knowing that the divine has already said yes to everything that we desire and all of our intentions. And we know that it is so. So please claim this with me in a full and brilliant voice as we say, and so it is. Woohoo! Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let me go put that.